Most people are really surprised when I tell them that I'm an introvert. When I was younger, I didn't really know what being an introvert meant. I just thought that I was grumpy, shy, a bit of a loner. You know, when I was a kid, I was always that guy that was, stuck inside on his Commodore 64 whilst all my friends were out playing. You know, even when I was naughty, my parents couldn't ground me because it didn't make a difference. I didn't go out anyway. So my punishment was I had to play out rather than being grounded and having to stay in. And I never really knew what introvertism was until I hit probably about 30. And somebody said to me, "You're quite introverted, aren't you?" Didn't know what it meant. Went away, I Googled it, did a load of research, looked at some TED Talks. And I finally understood what being an introvert was. And there's loads of misconceptions out there, right, of what an introvert actually is. Most people think that we are just shy, socially awkward, grumpy loners. And we're not. We just choose to be sometimes. Because introverts, we're not shy. Social interactions drain us. And that is the difference, right, between being an introvert and being an extrovert. One of the best definitions and explanations I've ever heard is this one. And it's an introvert wakes up and he's got 5 coins. Every social interaction that an introvert has during the day takes away a coin. By the end of the day, the introvert's got no coins left. They're spent. An extrovert wakes up with no coins. Every social interaction they have throughout the day, they get a coin. So by the end of the day, they're rich. They're filled with energy. And that's one of the best explanations I've ever heard. But no, we're not shy, grumpy, socially awkward loners. We just choose to be sometimes because we've spent all of our coins. So if you text us and we don't reply, we've not got the energy. If you call us and we don't pick up, we've not got the energy. Drives my wife mad. If I've had a day of back-to-back meetings, she'll try to have a conversation with me on the sofa of a night. Not a chance. I am socially exhausted. I've got no coins left to give. So yeah, being an introvert isn't about being shy and socially awkward. It's just about managing your energy levels. I'm going to be doing more videos on this because, I am a classic introvert. I work in the type of job where I have to speak to lots of people throughout the day. So I'm just going to share some tips on, how I've learned to manage and even, use my introverted ways as a strength, because it's definitely a strength. It's not a weakness. So yeah, if you're interested in finding out more, if you're a bit of an introvert, hit the follow button. You probably won't comment because it's a social interaction, right?